If you want to test things on your own, you can simply follow these steps to generate new verified token. So first of all, we need to check if the user is authenticated or not. For that, we already have middleware function that you can use, and remove previous token if there is any, and create and store new token and send response back. So this is going to be a very simple task. So I'm going to first of all close all of these things, and let's come inside our route auth.ts, and here we are going to create new endpoint, and this is going to be get request, and this is going to be verified as token. And this time we want to check if the user is logged in or not, or user is authenticated or not. So for that, here we are going to use this is auth middleware that we already have. This is going to figure out whether the user is authenticated or not. And then we are going to create this new method, generate verification link. So this is going to be the method. Let's copy this. I'm going to come inside this controller. I'll duplicate one of these method, and let's change its name. Now, because we are going to use our isAuth middleware, what it will do after verifying the user, it will add this profile inside our request object, right? So what you can do now is you can simply use that request.user to find the token from inside our database. So if we come inside our auth verification token, we have this owner, right? So what I will do, I'll just copy those note. Let's copy all these, and I'm going to add them right here for our reference. So we need to remove the previous token. For that, we need to have the owner ID, which will be available inside our request.user. So from here, we are going to simply destructure the ID, which is going to be a string, right? So let's just come down, and we are going to first of all remove all of these things, and we'll await for this auth verification token model dot find by, not find by, find one and delete, because here we want to find this with this owner ID. So owner, and this is going to be ID. And after that, we just need to create and store this brand new token. Because of this isAuth middleware, everything is going to be easy here, because we don't need to verify anything. User is already signed in inside our application. So let's just await for our auth verification token model dot create method, and we are going to create this with our owner, and the owner is going to be this ID, and we need to have the token. So it means we need to create the token, right? So we are going to create this token right here. And if you forgot how we were generating token, you can come inside our sign up method or the create new user method, and this is the method that we used, crypto random module, right? So this is the same thing that we need. Let's come down and let's practice this thing one more time. Crypto.random bytes, and here we need to pass the size. We are going to use this 36.2 string, because this is going to be in buffer form, and here we have to pass these methods or the encoding type that we want to use, and we were using this hex as the value. And after this, we will have our token, which we are going to pass right here, and this is going to create our brand new auth verification token. Now we want to send the response back, or what we can do, we can simply move it to the fourth option like this, and here we are going to have, okay, this needs to be 5, and inside this fourth one, what we are going to do, send link inside user's email. Now, as you can see, we have these two different methods, generate verification link and the create new user method, where we need to send the mail, right? So these two mail are going to be identical. They are going to be same. So what we can do here is we can simply create new file or the method from where we are going to handle all of these things. So in future, if you need to change your methods to send these mails, you can do that in a single file. You don't have to come to these different functions. So for that, I'm going to come inside this utils folder, and I'll create this mail.ts. And inside this mail, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create this object called mail. And if you know about the classes, you can also use classes here. And here I'm going to use this mail, and I want to have the mail.send verification mail or mail.send reset password link or something like that. So here I'm going to create the send verification mail, or we are just going to call it send verification, because we already have mail in front of this, right? So let's just create this function right here, and this function is going to take the email, which is going to be a string, where we want to send the mail, and we are going to accept the link, which link that we want to send inside this email, which is going to be verification link. So let's just complete this function, and this function is going to be asynchronous function. So let's grab this function inside this async, and what we are going to do here, you can simply come inside your controller and you can cut all these things out, or for now let's just copy them and you can paste them right here. Now because we need to have this transporter for other functions as well, I'm going to simply cut this thing out and I will create this transporter outside of the send verification function. And here we are going to import node mailer from node mailer. And here instead of this user.email, you can simply use this email. And here we are going to have a link and we are going to send this HTML for now. But in future, because we are going to have this function in a separate file, we can always come here and change whatever that we want. And this change is going to apply for all of the places where we are going to use this method. For example, right inside our create new user function, we are going to remove all of these things, or you can simply comment them out. So I'm going to just comment these things out for your reference. And here now what I can do, I can await for this mail, and first of all I also need to export this mail from here. So export default mail. Also you can export these functions with this export keyword like this, but here what I want to do, I want to use this mail dot send verification function. So for that, here I'm going to export this mail function or mail object as the default object from here. So inside this controller, now I'm going to use this mail, which we need to import first, dot send verification. Here you have to pass the email, which is going to be user.email. And here we need to pass the link, which is going to be the link that we already have right here. Now let's come down and create the same link. So I'm going to create this link right here with this token and the user ID. So for this one, we can simply use the ID that is coming from inside our request.user. And once we are going to remove the token and create the new token, what you can do, you can simply await for this mail.send verification. And here you need to pass your email, which is going to be request.user.email, and link is going to be the link that we just created, this one. So this is so simple. Let's just save this file, come inside our routes, and here we are going to import this method, save this file. And I'm going to simply send this request one more time. So let's create this new request right here. This is going to be get request to our auth / verify dash token. But for this one, our user needs to be logged in. So this is going to be our user's email and address. So I'm going to change this to the previous email where we already have this token. So I'm going to use this email, and I'm going to first of all change this endpoint to sign in. And this is going to give us the token. Let's come down. This is going to be our access token that we need to add. I'm going to copy this, come here, and let's come inside this headers. And here we are going to pass our authorization, which is going to be bearer space that token. And let's just send this request. Okay, we are not getting any response back. And the reason is that we just missed this part, send response back. So let's come down. Raise.json message, please check your inbox. So this is going to be our message. For now, let's just come inside our mail, and we already have this link, as you can see. And if you also come here, you will just have this single token. And reason is that we are going to remove the previous token. You can test this by sending this request one more time. So this should remove the previous token. Please check your inbox, as you can see. Now you can see this is the ID that we have, 306 at the end. Now if I refresh this, this is going to be changed. Okay, that is so nice. Now again, if we come inside our mail, we will have new mail inside our inbox. If I click on this link, this is going to verify our account. So if you come inside your users, you will have that user verified. As you can see, this is the email that we used. You can confirm that right here when we signed in. Now again, if we come inside our database and authorization token, there will be no token, because once we are going to verify our token, we are going to invalidate these tokens. So again, if I want to click on this link is already expired.